Hi everybody, welcome to the Riverside in Durham for the final match in the NatWest one-day series. Australia 6-0 up, of course. That tells you all you need to know about the way that the series has gone so far. But good news, it's the most beautiful day up here. Andrew Strauss has won the toss, so that's more good news. He's chosen to field first, 10:15 in the morning, so it may do a little bit off the seam. Let's forget all that's gone before, turn this into a one-off and finish the season, our final match, on a much higher note.
Changes in both sides today. The Durham pair, Paul Collingwood and Graham Onions. It's Graham Onions' debut in one-day cricket, make an appearance here at the Riverside, and the men missing out for England, Dimi Mascarenhas and Ryan Sidebottom. There are still injuries to Luke Wright and Stuart Broad. For the Australians, 3 changes. Michael Clarke is back, so's Mitchell Johnson, and there's a game for Ben Hilfenhaus, getting a run out before Australia go to the Champions Trophy.
Jimmy Anderson, first ball. Will it swing? Yes. A little bit of sea movement. Now then. 10:15 start in the morning. There just might be a little bit in it. It's quite early in autumn to be starting a match. What's the ball? Just bounce a little. Went off the seam. Played it well, but more of that, please, Jimmy. Out. Simple as that. 4th ball. Beautifully bowled. And one of the few times Jimmy Anderson, who we know can swing it and seam it out, has actually got 4 on target, made them play, and that's his reward.
It's a perfect start from England, 6-0 down in this series, desperate to avoid the whitewash. Andrew Strauss has asked his team to show character. It's exactly what Jimmy Anderson has done. Watson gone for naught. Australia, worst possible start. No runs on the board, 1 wicket down.
What a shot. That wasn't such a bad ball from Jimmy Anderson. Ricky Ponting has creamed it. Actually, exactly how he should play swing bowling. He gets his foot right out to the pitch of the ball, waits for it, and doesn't throw his hands too hard at the ball, just eases it. Jimmy Anderson there, it was a poor ball. Just because he's got cream through the covers off a good ball, then he overcompensates, his leg stump, doesn't swing, and Ponting just eases him away. Out, out, beautifully bowled. It's the line, it's the length, it's in that corridor of uncertainty, and Payne has nicked it. For once, his footwork wasn't good, he got caught in no man's land.
This has been a wonderful start for Graham Onions, a debutant here on his home ground. Just saying to the selectors, why haven't you been picking me in the earlier matches? Great start, 17 for 2, Payne gone for 4.
That raced away quite quickly. It looked for all the worth. It was just going to be a couple, but Ricky Ponting's in top form. Oh, well bowled again, one bowled again. It's the line and the length outside off stump. Well, if it was a nick, it was a very faint one. You couldn't really see a deviation.
Exquisite timing once more from Ricky Ponting, who's really got the footwork going so well. I think that of everything, that's the thing one picks out about his innings in the series. Bowled, well bowled, James Anderson. He's mainly got the ball to go away from Ponting, and indeed any of the right-handers. That one zipping back into him and beating the inside edge. County Championship winners once more. Back-to-back performances from Durham. Indisputably the strongest side, and they have the greatest depth. That's one of the reasons they're doing so well. How good's that? It's the old replay, isn't it, that you want to watch again and again. And a further signal of this man's form. Oh, Michael Clarke is amongst the classiest players. Few in the world can stand on the back foot and hit with a straight bat through mid-off. Two men at the crease can do it, Ponting and Clarke. That's 50 for Australia. It comes in the 14th over.
Beautifully fielded by Paul Collingwood. Been rested for the last 3 games. He's come back, given his body time to recover from a strenuous summer. Adds so much to England's play when Collingwood is there at gully line. Lovely shot from Michael Clarke. He's been pegged back by some good England bowling, supported in the field. He found scoring difficult. The one ball from Collingwood, he over-pitches it. Clarke has the confidence to go aerial. Oh, what a shot. Just onto it so quickly is Ricky Ponting. Brings up his 50 of just 57 deliveries. It's his 8th 4. Ball has seamed around. There's been a little bit of swing as well. Batting has not been easy. Ponting has just shown all his talent.
That's going to be out. Swan introduced into the attack and immediately finding some spin and getting the miscue from Ricky Ponting, who until that point had batted immaculately. He'd negotiated the tricky period and then was finding some fluency, but now he's out.
Tells us a lot about Graham Swan's summer. Consistently, he's found the big wicket, coming on and changing the direction of the game. Not the first time he's got Ricky Ponting either. Lovely spin and flight. We're almost at the halfway point of this Australian innings, and really England have got a reasonable grip on things. Ponting played beautifully for that 53. It came in 67 balls. The Aussies now 96 for 3.
Oh, that's a good shot. Michael Hussey doesn't take long to get into his stride. Came quickly there. That could be close. Hussey was running to the danger end, and the throw went to the bowler's end, and I think Michael Clarke has more or less given himself out there. He was slow to set off. The throw was good, and at last England's out cricket has brought about a victim.
I think you're right about slow to set off, and I think Clarke knows it. The sluggish start to that single has made this too tight. Out. Michael Clarke for 38. Both the big fishers gone. 28 overs, and Australia 110 for 4.
Oh, they think that's out, England. But I said Ralph doesn't. A suggestion of pad first from Hussey there, who's had LBW problems all summer. Slightly flatter delivery from Swan. It was pad first. That probably was out. But benefit of the doubt from the umpire.
Bold. Keep bowling that line. That's all he has to do. Be patient, bowl it in the corridor, round off stump, and wait for the ball to just nip and do a little bit.
113 for 5, the Australians at the 30-over mark, and their position and the way the pitch is played suggests that run scoring is not easy. If they get 6 and over from here, they'll get to 233, but with the lower order in, they might not make it as far as that. Maybe 193 to 200 is more realistic.
Yep, like all Australians, he's a good puller. That wasn't very short, but it's enough, and it's on his legs. Oh, that's a good shot. Ravi Bopara coming into the attack. I'm not sure there's a need for this. 1 or 2 overs from a fill-in bowler. Australia is struggling a bit here. If England were to get a couple of wickets, they could bowl them out fairly cheaply. Oh, this could be easy wicket. Oh, well, what a dismissal. Leading edge popped up. They're playing the off-spin of Swan pretty poorly, quite honestly. It's just gentle off-spin. It's not jumping at them or keeping low. Look at this. I mean, just working that to leg with the spin. How do you get a leading edge? Hopes gets himself out for 11 off 23 balls, and they're really in the mire, Australia. 138 for 6.
What about that? Now, there is going to be a question. Just a little overbalance from Michael Hussey has made Nigel Long uncertain, but the reason I got excited was the amount of spin and bounce. Take it above waist height. I think it's okay. It's another good run. It needs to be. Oh, no, that goes for 4 and it counts as 5. That's such bad luck for the fielder. That's Mitchell Johnson. And don't forget it either, because that's his area. Now Johnson goes. Overexcited by the boundary the ball before. This time the ball was a little closer to him and just spun a bit, so huge credit to Graham Swan for working that out, drawing his man into the mistake.
Graham Swan has been quite outstanding. He's turned the ball, he's varied his pace, his flight did for Mitchell Johnson there. That's his 4th wicket. He's got 4 for 27, Swan. Johnson gone for 10. Australia now 158 for 7. Thoroughly deserves those 5 wickets. Australia in all kinds of trouble. 158 for 8.
Graham Swan's last ball. It's been an immaculate spell. Pitch has spun and he's extracted every inch out of it, finishing with figures of 10 overs, 1 maiden, 5 for 28. That's, well, given what's gone before in the series, it's nothing short of miraculous. It's reduced Australia to 163 for 8 in 43 overs, and well, he might take a bow.
Catch it!
Another one goes. Unbelievable, really. Nathan Orich just prods forward and says to OS Shah, I think you should have a wicket too.
It's just all so simple for England today. 6-0 down, like a 7-0 whitewash. Just getting up to the halfway stage. England have done everything right. 163 for 9. Orich, the man gone. Caught and bowled Shah, gone for 3.
There's a man back, but there's nothing he'll be able to do about that. Classic Mike Hussey. Picking the gap, staying down on the stroke, and it's up to Hussey to make use of this power play that Australia have finally taken. That is large. Really large. You little beauty.
Power play or not, that is a monster of a strike.
Catch that. Oh, he did. What a good catch that is. Joe Denley at mid-off was really in the way of a shell. Michael Hussey's out. So are Australia, all of them. And Michael Hussey will feel pretty miffed at that, I think. 49 he made. It was a very good innings. It came in 54 balls. There was 53 for Ponting and 38 for Michael Clarke. That was the point at which the Australians threatened, but once they had both gone, England always seemed to be in the box seat. 176 all out then, and a splendid effort from Graham Swann. 10 overs, 1 maiden, 5 for 28. He's the one who's got England into this excellent position. There were wickets also for James Anderson, Graham Onions, who bowled nicely on debut, Tim Bresnan and Oasis Shah. Here's Simon Hughes.
Well, we arrived here in Durham in mourning at England's lamentable one-day performances, but today's bowling effort has really perked everybody up, so it seems appropriate to get all patriotic and remember the high points of England's victorious Ashes series. There was the heroic defiance of England's last pair as they held on in Cardiff. There was Andrew Strauss's cultured century at Lord's, followed by a morning of fearsome Freddie to put England 1-0 up in the series. Onions was too hot for the Australians at Edgbaston, supported by the acrobatic Matt Pryor and the mercurial Graham Swann, though the match was drawn. Let's forget about Headingley. Stuart Broad was irresistible at the Oval to demolish Australia for 160. Jonathan Trott made a nerveless 100 on his Test debut. And there was a final decisive act from Big Freddie. After which, Swann finished the Aussies off and got the party started. Now England have bowled Australia out for 176 today. Will they get the runs? Well, maybe, but does it matter? Because we can all celebrate the fact that England have regained the Ashes.
Hello again from the Riverside up in Durham. The talk of the town today, Graham Swann. Startling figures of 5 for 28 that reduced the Australians to 176 all out. Therefore, England 177 to win it at 3.54 and over.
Well, first no ball of Brett Lee's spell. He's had trouble with his run-up throughout this series. In fact, he taking a lot of trouble this morning to mark his run-up out with a tape measure, but he's still overstepped. Strauss misses it, and so does the keeper. So England's account underway with a no ball, followed by 4 byes. Well, that's a loose shot from Strauss. Ben Hilfenhaus with his first bowl of the series. Not getting any swing, but he troubled Strauss considerably in the Test series. Slightly surprising, he hasn't had a bowl before now. Just got down on that, Denley. Good in-swinging Yorker from Hilfenhaus, but also overstepped the line. Gone for the little flick shot. That's brilliantly played. Completely different mentality to how he tried to approach the Brett Lee free hit, and that was clever. Another no ball from Hilfenhaus, and 4 to Denley this time.
And now he's got a free hit to get stuck into.
Well, that's the way to deal with it too. It was almost a perfect ball from Hilfenhaus. He was trying for the Yorker. Then he just got back on his stumps to give himself maximum leverage. Just getting a bit negligent from Hilfenhaus. Won't please the captain, Ponting. It's just giving England free runs.
Oh my God, Struth. Whoa, dear me. The most dangerous ball in cricket. Hilton House does apologise immediately to Denley.
That's going to be caught and not out. So he's got away with it this time, Hilton House, because it was the free hit.
Oh, bowling slightly short. It's a good pace pitch. Andrew Strauss is a very good cutter and puller, and that's definitely in his area. There's 14 runs now of 7.2 overs of indifferent bowling. Oh, that's a good shot. Nah, he's played that before in this series. He just takes it from fairly straight, does Denley, and plays a full face of the bat through straightish spin on. Power play for Australia. Now then, this is unusual. Then bowl the spinner, Horrocks, but he has been one of their very best bowlers in one-day cricket. It was a good judgment in the end by Andrew Strauss, whatever the Australians think, because it didn't hit off stump. Good shot. Beautifully timed by Joe Denley. That's what you want to see from England's batsmen, not slogging, proper cricket shots in the early overs. Oh, you can't bowl there. Mitchell Johnson, short and wide to Andrew Strauss. You're really asking for trouble, and it got it. A real good thump. Yeah, another wide and wild delivery. Trying harder, Australia, but the pitch is pretty good now. There's not much movement. They started off with poor discipline of no balls and wides, and that's a bad ball there. England can just pick them off. Yeah, good shot. I like that from Joe Denley. That was quality. Just waited for the ball, didn't try to throw the bat at it, just timed it. Oh, that's a good shot. Waited for the ball, played it late, did Andrew Strauss. He's in the best form of his life. Everything's going well for him.
Oh, nicely played, Joe Denley. Joe Denley's played so nicely today. The difference between his earlier innings, he hasn't taken any unnecessary risks. He's prepared just to bat. It's a bad ball as that was from Hopes. He'll punish it. It's nicely timed again by Joe Denley. Found the gap perfectly. He's looking more and more at home in the international setup. At the end of the 20th over, Strauss is on 46, Denley 41, and England 104 for no wicket, coasting to victory.
Welcome back to this glorious day at the Riverside, where England need a further 71 to win the game in 29 overs and 3 balls. Presently 106 for no wicket. They've got it. If they want it, it's just a question of finishing the job.
Oh, why does he do it? Absolutely no need. Andrew Strauss, as the leader, needs to lead from the front and say to my players, this is how you play one-day cricket. It's not the first time that Strauss has played the reverse sweep, and he's walking off head bowed. Strauss has gone for 47, caught by Hilton House off Nathan Horrocks. A bad way to get off the mark, Ravi Bopara. Just back of a length. He's on it very, very quickly. Over the infield, no danger at all. That is a beautiful shot by Ravi Bopara, and that boundary brings up 1,000 one-day international runs in Bopara's 48th one-day international match. There's a fluky outside edge from Joe Denley, but what that has done has brought up Joe Denley's 50. He moves to 51 of 75 balls. And that's a big moment for Denley. He scored 67 against Ireland on debut against a proper international side. He's done his confidence a world of good. Oh, it's confusion again. Oh, how many times when Ravi Bopara is out there, there's always run-out opportunities. The Australians are celebrating as though they've got the man. And Joe Denley is not looking a happy individual. This is an area England have to work on. They've got two players in O.A. Shah and Ravi Bopara that have to learn what a single is. Joe Denley has played very nicely, and his innings has been taken away from him. 129 for 2, Denley gone for 53.
Oh, is that close? If he didn't hit it, I thought so. That's out. He somehow got tangled up with his feet, did Bopara. He didn't seem to get really forward, and he was looking as if he was just falling off balance a little bit. Well, looked pretty plumb to me.
What an odd innings that was from Ravi Bopara. 13 he made. England 133 for 3.
Oh, he's gone over the top again, a shot. Extraordinary. His first shot was a lofted miss hit too, and now he's creamed that over the top. This is no miss hit. He's hit this absolutely sweetly right out of the meat. Yeah! Oh, that could be out. Well, that was another funny sort of innings, wasn't it? Just came in, 2 lofted shots, and then he's playing that on the up. No wonder he's disgusted with himself.
The Australians have got together here because they just sense something. This uncertainty in England's batting, this utter lack of belief, means that there's reactions like that. Real problem in England's middle order, best illustrated by that. 7 for Shah, it's 137 for 4 now, and there are still 40 needed to win.
Out, out. Well, what a shot that was. Owen Morgan, I got the impression he was looking to pull it off the front foot, then changed his mind, and it was beautifully bowled by Rhett Lee, who's come back for a new spell.
I just wonder what's going through Andrew Strauss's mind now, because when he was at the crease and cruising, England could have won this match by 10 wickets. And suddenly England have a problem. 141 for 5, Morgan going for just a couple. There are still 36 to win this game.
Shot clipped away by Paul Collingwood. The first runs off his bat and just ease a few nerves in the England dressing room. It's a typical Collingwood flick. The bouncer, and Matt Pryor has spooned it over the top of mid-on, and he's going to get 4 in the end. Down the order to number 7, Pryor goes now. Maybe think it's a better position for him, actually, and make his forcefulness count at number 7. It's quite well played. Just use the pace. Jam down on that full delivery, and he'll pick up another boundary. Seeking a Yorker, then we got it wrong, Brett Lee, and Paul Collingwood enjoyed that. It's bowling totally into his slots. He loves it on his pads. That's in the air and it's caught. Dear oh dear, do England not want to win this game? That's just a terrible little mistake by Matt Pryor there. A pretty lame dismissal, caught by Ricky Ponting, leaving England still with 15 to win.
Just see the game home. So many balls left, 82 balls left, just 15 runs needed. No need to take any risks at all. That Prav will look at the pitch, thinks it stayed in the pitch a little bit too long. He's found Ricky Ponting. He's gone 162 for 6.
They're already talking about selection for the next match, which of course will be in South Africa, the Champions Trophy, next Friday. Looks like they might be crossing one or two people off that list. Bresnan on strike now to Brett Lee, who pulls, and that's a good shot. That's quite a brave shot, in fact. Maybe a bit more of that had been needed earlier on. It was quite well calculated. I think he was expecting the bouncer. That's 4. A little bit wide from Hilfenhaus, and Tim Bresnan's showing the right sort of approach, trying to get the job done quickly.
Just one needed now for England. And Collingwood looking to use his feet, and a no ball has been called by Asad Ralph. In an anti-climatic way, England take victory here in Durham in the last of these 7 one-day NatWest matches. A splendid performance by the bowlers, and very sharp England were in the field as well. They started well with the bat. Andrew Strauss and Joe Denley looked in top-class form. There were some age-old problems in the middle order. That really is an issue as England go to South Africa. But overall, they can now go with at least a sense of hope. They're able to beat Australia and do so with some thoroughly impressive bowling and fielding. And there is the England run chase. Confirmation of Strauss and Denley at the top of the order. Bopara and Shah look horribly out of form. As it has to be said, does Paul Collingwood, but at least he's unbeaten at the end and will have some time in South Africa working away in the nets. Also there at the end, Tim Bresnan, who's done some useful things. There were wickets for Brett Lee, Ben Hilfenhaus, Nathan Horrocks, James Hopes and Shane Watson, but in the end there was too much to do for those Australian bowlers. England winning it then by 4 wickets, but it's the figure bottom right that really matters. Australia taking the series by 6-1. Understandably delighted scenes. The Australians came back well, having lost the Ashes. They've played some very good cricket in the last couple of weeks. Firstly, Michael Clarke was in charge, and then Ricky Ponting. Certainly they seem a together unit, and they're beginning to find their best form. Bit of a 6-0 hangover.
Yeah, it must have been. We've been outplayed today. We had a pretty light-hearted day at training yesterday, but got our skill work done, and England bowled really well early on today. Wasn't a great toss to lose. It nipped around a little bit, and Swan bowled beautifully through the middle, but we've been outplayed.
Overall, have you enjoyed the tour?
I've had a great tour, yeah. I've really enjoyed the Test match series and the one-days. Obviously, losing the Ashes was hard for us all to accept and cope with, but we moved on from that really quickly, played some great cricket through the last couple of weeks of the one-days, and we can now go to South Africa for the Champions Trophy and give that a pretty good shake as well. And
the English crowds are falling for you at last.
Yeah, I've got a couple of good rounds of applause the last couple of days. You always do when you lose, though, I suppose, as an Australian captain. But look, as I said, I've enjoyed the tour. It's been great. The crowds have embraced the game, I think, really well over the last couple of months, and that's added a lot to the series.
That was more like it.
Yeah, better performance. Certainly with the ball, I thought we were very good. Jimmy Anderson and Graham Onions bowled well to start with. And Graham Swan produced a really outstanding spell of spin bowling, mixing up his pace well and giving it a rip. So to bowl him out for 177, you back yourself to chase that on most wickets. I'm still a bit disappointed with the way we chase it, if I'm honest. We should have been more clinical, but we got over the line, and that's at least we can take something from that heading into the Champions Trophy.
You've had a fantastic summer, beating the West Indies in the Test matches and the Australians too. Golden memories for you? Yeah,
I mean, that Ashes series is right up there. We haven't had a lot of time to dwell on it, but when we look back, it was another great summer for the game of cricket. I think everyone enjoyed the Ashes, and it was fantastic to come through and win it, definitely. And we've probably learned a lot about ourselves by doing that.
It looks as if captaincy brings the best out of Andrew Strauss too.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. I've had a really good summer. I've been batting well. Obviously thrilling to captain England to the Ashes victory. A bit of energy sapping at the back end here, but I still feel like I'm playing well, and hopefully I can go on and have a good Champions Trophy as well.
All right, thank you very much for your time. It seems barely believable that we were on this very ground back in May watching Andrew Strauss's team thump the West Indians. As he told us, it's been a fabulous summer. Do not forget that we're back with you again next year, and we can't wait, frankly, from all of us on 5. Goodbye.